Today is a special day for me because it's my birthday, and it marks the time when I've literally reached statistically midlife. That caused me to reflect, and I want to share with you some of the most important lessons that I've learned that literally have changed the way I look at life and have helped me to beautifully engineer my life for happiness. So I hope this helped you as much as it helped me. Hope is something you should eliminate from your vernacular. And I know that may sound crazy, but stay with me for a second. When you're hopeful, what are you doing? You're hoping for a future. You're hoping for a fantasy. That is something you constructed in your mind that has not happened yet. And it likely will not. And if it did, it is probably not as good as you think it is. I'm not trying to be a doomsdayer here, but I want you to accept hopelessness. When you accept hopelessness, that takes you to where we are right now, which is the beautiful present moment. It allows you to take in all of the beauty. It allows you not to be sitting here ruminating, thinking, oh, I have hope that something better will come one day. You don't need something better to come. You are great where you are right now. So stop with the hope. You don't need hope. You need faith in the present moment, and you need to trust that this moment has everything it needs to supply you. And don't worry about the future, because the next moment will lead you to the next moment that will lead you to the next moment. And if you are living presently and you are thoroughly taking in the feelings in the very moment you're in right now, your intuition will guide you in your future. So please, I encourage you not to get caught up in fantasy land and not to ruminate over the past. For me, I am a dreamer. I live in a fantasy world. The first half of my life, it's Cinderella stories, it's the man coming to take you away, the knight in shining armor. I've got a story for you, and it is not great. That doesn't exist. That's what we like to call fantasy. So the first biggest lesson I have that will change the course of the second half of my life is how I deal with hope. The second biggest thing that I've learned in the first half of my life is about control. You cannot control external circumstances. I want you to tighten your fist and feel how uncomfortable that is. That is the feeling when your body tenses up that you do when you're trying to control things that are outside of your sphere of influence. What that means is you cannot control how people feel about you. You cannot control if people are attracted to you and if they want to stay in your life. All you can control is your inner peace. So please let go of external control and work on what you can control. And that is you, that is your internal compass and your internal peace. This would have saved me decades of frustration, decades of suffering. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is not. Please free yourself from control. Take deep breaths, remain centered, and focus on what you can control, which is you and your internal compass. It will not lead you astray. The last biggest thing I learned is from when things fall apart. Our natural tendency is try to put them back together or is to try to escape the discomfort. What you need to do is you need to lean into discomfort. You need to feel that uncomfortable feeling you get when you feel like this shouldn't be happening. When you try to control it, when you try to change outcomes, that is discomfort. Discomfort is actually a signal to your body that you are changing and you are growing. If you are willing to accept and let discomfort in, you will have growth. The only way through a painful experience is to feel, to allow yourself to feel discomfort. I encourage you to please lean into these spaces and lean into discomfort. You can get through it, and the only way to get through it is to go in it and out of it. Feelings are just feelings. Let them wave through your body and observe it as a third party. Do not be stuck. Do not be stuck in fear. Do not let discomfort run your life. Don't run from the things that are hard. Face them and feel them, and you will grow in that experience. Once you learn to encounter and face your fears head on, you're going to realize that your brain has been lying to you. That these things that are hard are not as hard as the ruminating thoughts that made you think that they are hard. And the things that are wonderful, the fantasies you're putting through your head, are not as good as what your fantasies are. They're fantasies, and that's why they're called fantasies. The secret to happiness lies in living in the present moment. And if I could change anything in the second 3 to 4 decades of my life, I would live presently. There is so much around our world right now in this very moment that we are missing because we are checked out. I encourage you to be present, to feel the feelings, feel positivity and feel negativity, and just feel, because without feeling, you're not alive. And when you don't feel, you're closer to death. And nobody wants that, folks.